Hey there, Internet. This is the easiest way to get Wrathgiver, which is arguably the best sword in the game. And first, you want to pick your captain, and you want to pick one with the least number of traits. So that way, it pretty much guarantees that Wrathgiver will be in the drop pool. Because if you choose Arrowproof, you have a chance of other swords dropping, like Deathgiver, for instance, or if they have the Battle Weary or Kill Frenzy trait, you'll get Humiliator out of it. So the first thing you want to do is send the death threat, and then the easiest place to do this is probably Nernin or Saragost, but I chose Gorgoroth, just make it a little harder. And another thing is you want to avoid picking a captain that gets enraged really by anything, because that'll make it harder to do the ground execute, which is pretty much the way that Wrathgiver drops. So what you want to do is you want to sneak over and trigger the mission start and try to get him to avoid seeing you. This time he saw me, but it's not a really big deal. So run back here into the little cave and wait for him to come around, and use Shadow Strike Pull. And what you're going to do is, instead of executes or anything like that, just use your glaive and whittle down his health. You can get about 4 to 5 strikes with it, and then go into Shadow Strike and hit him on the ground again. And this way you can avoid getting him to be enraged, which, like I said, will really mess up this strategy. And once you get his health low enough, what you're going to want to do is use the Ground Fury skill, and that way you'll be pretty much guaranteed an execute, or a ground execute, which is what makes Wrathgiver drop. Okay, now what you want to do is really quickly exit to the menu before the mission end screen comes up, and check what gear you got. See, I got this, which is a poison cloak, which probably has to do with his sickly traits. But we're going to try again. So you exit out, and it'll say this quest will be, or you'll lose progress on it, and that's okay, we want to. So load back into the game, head over to the death threat mission start point, and do the exact same thing. Sneak over on the left.
I came all the way out here to face whoever put a death threat on me. And now you won't even show yourself. Ridiculous.
Alright, now run back into the cave and yank him on over. And doing this keeps him away from his mob, which makes it a lot easier to get the ground execute on. So you can get 4 or 5 hits with the glaive before you have to go into Shadow Strike, and this is just to keep him from getting enraged. Normally you'd want to pick a captain that doesn't get enraged, but sometimes you don't really have a choice. So even if they get enraged, you can still do this strategy. Alright, now pound the crap out of him, stab him in the head, and as soon as you see the gear pop up, exit out to the menu. And this time we got Spirit Stalker, and Spirit Stalker is on the exact right drop pool that we want, so that means we got a good chance of getting Wrathgiver here. So I had a few more attempts, and I decided to cut those out. In all, it took about 15 minutes this time. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but it's really not that tough if you know what to do.
Now you will know my vengeance.
Alright, trigger the mission, sneak over on the left,
I came all the way out here to face whoever put a death threat on me. And now you won't even show yourself? Ridiculous.
Now run on back in the cave. This time he didn't see me, which is really nice. Ideally, you want to keep him from ever talking. I don't know if that actually has anything to do with the Wrathgiver drop, but it always seems to work for me. Alright, now, once again, jump on top, stab him in the head, and this time we got a sword. So check it out. If it's not Wrathgiver, just repeat and try again. But this time we got it, so good luck, and I hope this helps anybody looking for it. Have a good day.